What's up guys, CD here. Okay, so today video is gonna be about the new units. Just released, finally. We got new units in the game. Um, New banner. Lyudmila Lulu, alright, and their companions. I'm gonna go through both in a way and explain how you can use them and whether they're good or not. Alright? Okay, so first we'll go with Lyudmila. Um, Oh yeah, guys, if you subscribe to the channel, remember to set the little bell thing so you get a notification when I stream. Let me find her. Okay, mine's only at 14. I don't have enough soul gear for 15, but it's not much of a difference, alright? Okay, Lyudmila is a unit. There are 3 points where she gets powered up, alright? +9, 3 tower range, +11, ignore taunt. Okay, this is very important, ignore taunt. And then +12. Okay? +12 ignores defense. Alright, anything else is just more damage. 13, 14, 15. The thing with Lyudmila is she's not tanky, right? I mean, you can give her as much HP as you can, but she still will die. And her damage is based on her HP. Right, based on her current HP. So whatever HP amount she has, she does the amount of damage times 300% to the main target, and then if at 15 it's 300% as well, 350%. It's quite a big jump. Right, 100% more additional damage to magicians. Right, it's a specific type of unit that gets more damage. Right, so in our current meta where Natas, Levia are very popular, Lyudmila is sort of like the killer that kills them both. Alright, and my opinion is Natrash is a crutch for a lot of teams. Once Natas just goes off, I mean, your chances of winning are a lot higher. So he's like a crutch, right? Really strong unit though, but still a crutch. Anyway, this helps address the issue where you cannot reach Natas, where he's placed at the back, within those 3 tower range at the back. Yeah, so she's pretty good, right? Pretty good. I'm going to show you a few fights. I don't really think I need to explain too much about skills, alright? First skill is stun, increases incoming damage by 200%. I mean, this literally speaks for itself, right? Any debuff immune unit is not going to be affected by this, so select few units will find this a problem, like Val's. Val's is not debuff immune. In the future, Eden is not debuff immune. So this skill can be quite useful sometimes. Alright. The thing with Lyudmila is she ignores defense. Right, ignores damage reduction effect caused by defense. If you watch my post stream, it's on my channel, like a couple hours ago, I actually talked about the difference between ignoring damage reduction caused by defense and the other type of damage reduction, which is grand example, alright, just an example, incoming damage reduction. This is different from defense, right? So for Lyudmila's case, she does not ignore the damage reduction on Grand when she gets a taunt. It's a big difference, alright, it's a big difference. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you one fight with my guildmate, which uses Reckless, right? He uses Reckless. I'm gonna explain as we go along, alright? Why do I say ignore taunt is important for Lyudmila? Because when your opponent defending has Reckless, Lyudmila ignores it entirely. Alright, so she's really good to go as your first attack in this case, as you can see. Ignores 100% defense of Dalvi. The weakness of Lyudmila is she herself is not debuff immune. Right, so when she's not debuff immune, she can get charmed, she can get cursed, a lot of nonsense can happen to her. So in a perfect world, if you have enough slots, you can use Stella for the immunity. A couple of the mercenaries that give that as well. But all in all, it's not really a big deal, right? You just want her to get as many kills as she can, and then she can die, it's fine. Alright, so if you can watch this just now, Lyudmila ignored the Reckless on bottom right, went for the DPS lane. So if you're going DPS lane versus DPS lane, based on formations that are recent, it's mostly like this. Very useful. Right. So right now we have a lot of meta tanks, namely Benshina, Glacier, Gran. I'm going to show you all three, and you can see whether Lyudmila can kill these. Alright. Let's go with Sturm. Sturm is Gran. Gran plus 14. Alright. I've already watched it, so I can actually tell you what happens, but it's better that you see yourself. Okay, it's a plus 14 Gran with double defense runes. Alright, double defense, 78.2 defense, which comfortably Lyudmila ignores defense. So what happens is it's a trade. Alright, it's a trade. Lyudmila trades with an unbuffed Gran. Alright, unbuffed. Keep this in mind, unbuffed Gran. Alright, so it's a trade. Next one would be not this. Right, Glacier. I mean, if you do play the game a lot, you should know what will happen when Lyudmila goes on Glacier. Alright. No damage. Very little. Right. Last one will be Benshina. Note that because these are attacking history fights, so the tanks are mostly unbuffed. Alright. That's important to note. Benshina. Benshina 15 double shield runes. Dead. Lyudmila survives. And that's pretty much all the tanks that you're gonna face in the arena, the meta tanks. Alright. So why is Lyudmila a very interesting unit to use? Because what she does is she ignores taunt, so Reckless is useless against Lyudmila. She hits 3 tiles from the back, which means you can't hide your Natas, your Levia somewhere at the back anymore. Okay, for example, this fight. So in many cases, Levia will die because she is the main target. Right, and she's also a magician, so yep, Levia will die, but the thing is, Lyudmila will get cursed, because she's not debuff immune. Alright? But she does no damage at all to Vals or Christina, because they're warriors. Alright, so it's very specific usage of Lyudmila, alright? Very specific. Some people have been asking whether it will help the team. If you don't have the range to hit Natas, Olivia that are hiding 3 tiles from the back. 3 tiles from the back meaning 1, 2, 3. Alright. From Levia to Christina to Lyudmila, these 3 tiles. Because Natas is always hiding in these 3 tiles. Right? If you don't have the range, then Lyudmila is going to help you a lot. Right? Because she also ignores taunt. There are many usages for Lyudmila as well. Variety of things you can do. Basically, you can just put her alone. It's fine. Right? Just hope she snipes their DPS lane. That's why she's the sniper, right? So you can put her anywhere, right? Having buffs does not help her in any way at all, right? Because her damage is based on current HP. It helps with the crit damage and crit chance, yes, but the main damage stat is based on her HP. So the thing that buffs her damage is her runes, right? Crit chance, crit damage. She already has quite high base crit chance, crit damage, so it's not really that much of a big deal. But it is useful, I guess, to know that her crit rate and crit damage is quite high. So maybe a single Refi buff is just enough to get a 100% crit chance. Alright. Runes. Normally you use a flat and then a percentage to get the most HP. My vital runes are not that great. Alright, they're not that good. So I only have like these two. They're ideal for her. I haven't had enough soul gear to max her HP as well. So there's still room to grow on Lyudmila, mine, I guess. But in my opinion, I think plus 12, 250% current HP, you're basically gonna kill any magician, like Natus, Levia, the popular ones. Valfern, that's kinda iffy. I don't think you can kill Valfern. With that little amount of HP, you gotta go to 15 at least. So 6k times 3.5, right? You're probably not gonna kill Valfern as well. So Valfern popularity will increase, putting him at the back and tanking the hit from Lyudmila. Why not? Will be quite interesting to see in the future weeks, since she was just released today. Yeah, but all in all, I think Lyudmila will be a very interesting unit to have, a very good option. Because for Guild War as well, she ignores taunts. So you look at the formation, you know where you want Lyudmila to go. As long as she doesn't die from the defending team's first attack, she's gonna clear stuff for you. Alright, so she's gonna be very useful for Guild War. You want to get her to ignore taunt, plus 11 first. This is very important, right? Ignore taunt. Probably her most important skill. Same with Nata's ignoring taunt. Gives you a lot of options when you do Guild War. Alright? Natas is a mage, so he needs 2 rounds to start firing off. Lyudmila is a warrior. First round. So this makes her very, very, very good for Guild War. And also very good for UA, actually. Really, really good. Do I suggest you get Lyudmila if you have the resources to get her to the required skill amount? Then yes, I think you should, because it's going to be useful for a long time. Mainly for things that you're going to do every few days anyways. Guild War, UA, very useful. Arena, for the first month, I think she'll be great. And then she starts to fall off a little bit because you get new units, namely Albion, and Eden, Veronia, soon. But the thing is, you're gonna get 1 month of mileage on her in Arena, so I think it's decent enough because you're gonna use her in other content, right? Like I said before, Guild War, UA, maybe story, campaign, why not? Nice costume, nice skin. Depending on your preference, right? Some people like this base skin, I don't know. I prefer this one. Yeah, I think if you have the resources You should get her. Really useful. Alright, so I've only had her for like a day. Alright, a day. My defense has become really bad. Alright, so she's not very good for defending. Alright, she's not that good for defense. But for attacking, it's really good. Alright, 6 hours ago I used some swords, 4 hours ago. Attacking wise, Lyudmila is very strong. For now, alright, today. People are going to adjust their formations to deal with her soon. What I can imagine is they're not going to go one whole lane of DPS, they're going to spread it out a little bit. But because Natus and Levia are such big threats, right? And Levia is kind of nerfed by Glacier right now. Natus is the biggest problem. Having Lyudmila in your team is going to give you the option, the ability to kill Natus where he's hiding on the back 3 slots. Alright? So I think she's really useful, which is why I actually went to pull for her. If you haven't watched my pull video, I think I used like 100 over scrolls, diamonds to get her to 14. I don't have enough soul gear, and again, I don't think it's much of a difference. Plus 14, 15, not much of a difference, because Natus is still gonna die either way, right? If she manages to get him in his range, alright? I think that's about it for Lyudmila. We're gonna go with the other support, Lulu. Lulu, right? Yeah, Lulu. Okay, Lulu is a very interesting support. She's a 4-star girl. She looks kind of cute. Alright. She has heals. Our companion's much more mature. Anyways, plus 15 Lulu. Alright, you get the extra range at plus 12, 3 times 3 instead of cross. This would be a big upgrade, I think. What she gives you, healing. Alright, healing. Which means in the 3 times 3 range, everything gets healed for 5 turns. Alright. She gives agility, she gives you incoming damage reduction. Agility is about 51% agility. I calculated it this afternoon. So 30% of a support times agility would be about 51% agility. And then support 33.8% damage reduction. It's not a lot, but still decent, right? So all of them become healing things. For a novice, I think she can be useful, alright? But she is a 4-star, so keep that in mind. There's not a lot of heal, but she will make tanks, right? So we have the big 3 in Novice Arena now, which is Cry, Iris, Belasia. These 3 tanks, alright? These tanky units that will benefit from the extra agility, extra healing. Problem with Lulu is she does not give immunities. Alright, so you're gonna have to pair her with another support. Let's say attack interference immunity with Eras, because Iris is so annoying. She gives curse counter, alright, which is pretty nice. Alright, enemies attack minus 100%, that's a lot. Okay, lasts for 16 turns. Pretty good. Which means with her introduced into the game, you're gonna see more stats weakening immunity supports being used in Novice. In my opinion, that would be, based on my memory, Daniel, right? Immune to stats weakening. So Daniel will be a little bit more popular in Novice because to deal with a Lulu buffed team is quite annoying. So Daniel usage will increase. Is it worth investing in Lulu to 15? Really depends. Really depends. So if enough people in your server invest in Lulu, uh, then you will see a shift where people start using supports that give you stats weakening immunity, where people will start using more supports to get their DPS more damage, to be able to one-shot stuff even through Graze, because agility is a pain in the ass. Whether I would plus 15 Lulu, if I had the resources or I happen to get more companions of hers, I would. I mean, why not? It's always good to have options for Novice Arena. But right now it's not a priority for me. Depending on you, whether you want to get Lulu to 15, it's really personal choice. But you have to keep an eye out for the meta in your server, right? I'm playing on Asia. It's different in every server. It really depends. How does Lyudmila? Okay, let's back to Lyudmila. How does Lyudmila affect meta? It doesn't really change much at all, I think. Her introduction to the game is not going to change much in Arena, because she's not going to carry your team to the next rank, the higher rank, the next level. She's not the kind of unit to do that, but if you have already a very strong team, then she will give you an extra option for you to rise in rank. So if you are building up your team, you're a new player, you're 3 months in, Lyudmila is not a priority, okay? But if you're a veteran, your team is almost all built up, then I think Lyudmila can give you the extra oomph to get a better arena ranking every week, right? She's not gonna be popular for too long, in my opinion, because next month we're gonna get probably Eden and Veronia or Albion. So Albion, um, like I said, Lyudmila is not good with defending, right? So with Albion, anybody with a Grand buffed with Albion, I mean, Albion buffed Grand is probably not gonna die to Lyudmila, so it's not even gonna be a trade. So defending wise, Lyudmila is not gonna help you that much, but she does give you an option because she ignores defense, right, on main target, which is good in my opinion, because the amount of units that ignore defense now is very low. You have the fixed damage, Dalvi, Alec, Sito, and that's pretty much it, I guess. Wilhelmina ignores defense. And the problem now in Arena is Angelica is very strong because she has 100% defense. She has curse counter. She's just really tanky, right? So if you don't have an option to deal with Angelica, to ignore her defense, you're gonna have an issue climbing the ranks. So having Lyudmila to that specific skill level is gonna help you kill these problem units that you face. Alright. With Eden's buff, he's gonna ignore defense as well, so Eden's gonna be a high priority for me. I'm gonna get him to 15 definitely. But having Lyudmila now is gonna give me an option to deal with Dalvi and Angelica much more easily than before last week. So I think it's a good investment for now. Granted, I did use quite a bit of resources that I have to get her to 14. I think she's really decent. Right, she has big range, the right range, right, from the back, 3 tiles is very good range. Ignores taunt. Um, all in all, I think a really good update to the game, a good unit to have. Right, I don't think she's gonna fall out of use that much. You can use her for a lot of things. decent investment, alright? It's a good investment for veteran players, right? At least 3 months, 3 to 6 months in the game, you can use her. She's good. And with her now in the game, Dalby is gonna fall off, alright? Because Dalby's range is not that good in the current meta. Alright, Dalby is front 2 tile, 3 tiles. I remember. Where's my Dalby? What the hell? Alright, Dalby range is from the front. So she's gonna fall off because problem units in arena, they're always at the back. Right, anybody in the front, like Roblox lanes, Lucy, Iglesia, Gran might die with shield runes, but yeah, so these two problem tanks are in front. Dalvi does not kill them. Dalvi does not kill HP rune Grans, does not kill HP rune Benshinas, does not kill Glacia, there's no way, does not kill Lucius. So her usage will drop, definitely, if a lot of people get Lyudmila, because her range is not that good for now. Alright, granted she has 100% defense most of the time, but Dalvi usage will drop because not so essential anymore. Alright, and then people that have been using 100% defense units at the back to deal with Vals, they're gonna have to think twice of how they're gonna place their units because Lyudmila is a thing now. And if they continue leaving Angelica, Dalvi at the back, they're gonna suffer, alright, because they will die. No doubt about it, they will die. 3500 HP, Dalvi is dead. Angelica, 4700 HP, she's dead. They're not gonna survive Lyudmila as the main target, there's no way. Okay, meta wise, next one would be Albaya, which will be my next video, probably on new units. That will come next month, probably. Let's see, when does the banner end? 27 days. Okay, so in about 28 days, we'll probably have Albion in the game. And then we'll talk about him then. Anyway, guys, so if you feel that you have Albion now, how does it stack up for you? How is she helping your team? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, how Lyudmila is going to help you, whether you feel she's effective enough in your rank. Leave your rank, your tier, arena tier, in the comments as well, so I know. Yeah, but as I said before, Lyudmila defending is just not good. Alright, we're just gonna do the most recent fight to see what happens. Because defending, Lyudmila does not get her attack off sometimes, and she just becomes a waste of a slot. Okay, so you can see Lyudmila does not kill Refi buffed Levia because of Curse. So defending wise, if the opponent gets their buff up, not that good. Alright, attacking wise, extremely good. I think that's about it. Gotta farm more coins, don't have enough for soul gear. Hey guys, like I said again, if you're subscribed to the channel, click the bell for notifications when I stream. Because I mostly just stream on YouTube nowadays. And then you get a notification. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like the video, and leave me a comment for the next video you want to see from me. Alright guys, anyway, take care, happy Chinese New Year. It's gonna be the end of Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, in 2 days. Oh, I mean it's tomorrow. I hope you had a great time through this festive season. If you're Asian, of course. Anyway, guys, take care. I'm out. Ciao.